April is Earth Month, and the nonprofit ProduceGood celebrating by hosting its annual Glean-a-Thon fundraiser. This gets competitive, so listen to this. I'm joined now by Alex White, Executive Director and the co-founder of ProduceGood. Alex, it's great to see you. Good morning.
It's so great to be here.
I love what your organization does. And gleaning, first of all, let's talk about it. What is ProduceGood? What is gleaning for people who may not know?
Well, ProduceGood is a food recovery organization.
Okay.
We recover backyard citrus and mixed produce from backyards, farms, farmers markets, and grocers about 20 to 25 times a week.
Wow, that many times a week, which means you have a crew of people out there volunteering.
A crew of volunteers, 1,500 a year to be exact,
Wow.
and all that fresh produce is going to about 80 different feeding partners.
Okay, and obviously we know we've had various organizations on talking about the increase in demand for food. We know the changes to CalFresh benefits affect so many families here, and the inflation overall.
Absolutely.
What have you noticed? Are people, obviously in need of this more and more now?
I think we're seeing an increased demand for fresh produce specifically.
Okay.
People really need access to the fresh fruits and vegetables to keep their families healthy, especially in light of these cuts you're talking about,
Yeah.
SNAP and CalFresh and others.
Right. And right now, with the growth that's happening, the seasons,
Yes.
it's been an interesting winter into spring.
It really
right?
has.
So you've had a lot, I'm assuming, of growth and harvesting.
Well, it's been interesting. I think the rains coming and going and the
Yeah.
sunshine coming and going has kind of slowed the start of the season, but we are really starting to see that come on.
Is it ramping up? Okay.
It's really ramping up
All
now,
right.
yep.
And this is an example. We're seeing some images of people out there. I mean, you were saying families go out and they volunteer, and it just must feel good, right? To get in nature and the plants and pick these trees.
Being out with the trees, smelling the blossoms, the bees, it's quite a great activity, and I think the kids really do love it too.
Okay, so kids can also do it.
Yep.
How many volunteers you said?
We have 1,200 to 15 active volunteers
Wow.
every year. That's how many
Amazing.
folks it takes to do the 1,000 food recovery events that we put on.
That's amazing. That's incredible. All the people doing this good, hard work. And where are they gleaning? Where do you go?
Well, we glean throughout the county, really. We have a big focus in North County because there is so much citrus up there.
Okay.
I mean, I believe we've estimated there's probably over 15 million citrus trees
Wow.
in San Diego. I mean,
Amazing.
more backyard citrus than anywhere in the nation.
Whoa, that's
So
us. Okay.
we keep ourselves pretty busy.
Yeah. I mean, we see all those lemon and orange trees, of course, they're
Yep.
growing pretty good. And so you will go and help out families or residents that can't do this themselves, right? You'll go into backyards.
And a lot of folks, as they get older, sometimes they have trees that are easier to manage when at a different point in their lives.
Right.
But as they retire, having our volunteers come out and help them get that excess and making sure they can donate it to someone who needs it is very important.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
You don't want it to rot on the ground.
No,
right?
and you can't imagine how much does rot on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're trying to prevent.
Okay.
And we're also trying to help out the grocers. They have a big job ahead of them, trying to keep the waste out of landfill and make sure it's going to people that need it. So,
Okay.
there's a lot of work ahead.
Okay. You have a big Glean-a-Thon. Let's talk about this fundraiser. What are your goals with this?
Well, we call it our Garden Glove Gala. We do it every year. And we are trying to raise $50,000 this year. We have a $25,000 match. I think we're
Wow.
about 81% of the way there.
Awesome.
But we'll have multiple teams participating. They compete against each other to try and collect the most excess. They have 1 hour to do it.
Okay.
And they're also fundraising for a great cause.
That's great.
So it's a wonderful day. We recovered 10,000 pounds last year, which is about 30,000 fresh produce servings.
In that 1 hour.
In 1 hour.
That's how you know competition gets intense out there. People love it.
It takes the community to produce good. That's what we always say.
I love that. Tell us, 'cause you're the co-founder.
One of the co-founders.
When did you start this? What was the reason behind it?
Well, we started back in 2014. My partner, Nita, had been doing this since 2009, casually, the backyard citrus collection.
Okay.
And my mother and I actually got involved in 2014. I was always about food access, fresh, whole food access. My mother was always about building community, bringing people together.
Amazing.
So the three of us just put our heads together and created ProduceGood. And we rescued 6,000 pounds in that first year, 500,000 last year.
No way.
It's been wild.
That's incredible growth. And the need is obviously there.
Yes.
Knowing how much is growing in San Diego,
Yep.
people need to do that work and help out. So that's awesome. How can people help? Any viewers that are watching right now?
People can come out, they can get on our website,
Okay.
they can come out to volunteer. If they've got backyard citrus, they should give us a call. We're there, we're ready to hear from them, and we're ready to collect that excess and make sure it goes to the folks who need it.
And your mom's been spending the past several years gleaning too, right?
She's, yes, she's been out there. She has a whole crew she gleans with. She was in some of those photos
fun.
we saw. Yes, it's been amazing, actually, and we really appreciate the community. We certainly couldn't have done any of this without so many committed people who care about the earth and want to be out there every day of the year to make sure we can get that access.
For 12 years, going strong, growing more and more. So thank you very much, Alex, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Make sure you go to their website, sign up, find a time slot that you can get out and volunteer too, and of course they're taking donations as well.